Morning, even afternoon, we got a banger for y'all today, baby. What we got for you here is me reacting to Doc's new game, Midnight Society's first game they're making called Deadrop. I'll let the video speak for itself. All I'll say is I am excited about this, and to be honest with you, this could be something that turns out really, really cool. If you do enjoy this, drop a like, share it with a friend, sub, ring the bell. Most importantly, be sure to tell somebody you love them. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. Doc's showing his game right now. Deadrop? Dude, is there, Whips, is there audio? Can I pull him up? Is there like music that he's playing?
I heard this fucking dude looting over here in this corner, you know? Knowing that I've got a couple items myself for some quests, right? I'm trying to go 40 floors above me to an extraction point. But this dude's back here. Recoil patterns, all that stuff. Bare bones right now. You know? Why should we go in there and define that right now? Before getting you guys involved. We're gonna get you guys involved before we do that. That's gonna be the fun journey about all this, man. And I love it!
Whoa, man. I don't know if he's gonna keep going. So I've seen some of the videos and stuff. I see people talking a lot of shit about this. Not a lot. I see people talking trash, but I think this looks great. Personally. What the hell was that thumbnail? Dude, I've seen like, so my reaction to the whole idea of Deadrop. Now that we know what is he calling it? A vertical BR? Isn't that the term? And obviously that's really early on, right? So, but it's like, here's what I'll say. It's a vertical extraction shooter, right? Yeah, right, exactly. So it's kind of like EFT, right? Isn't that going to be the vibe kind of thing? Which I'm in. I'm fucking in. I've said it a million times. If someone makes a dumbed down version of EFT, I'd play it all day. EFT itself is a little too much for me. I'm too stupid to figure it out. And to be honest with you, I just don't want to put the hashtag time in and figure it out. But like, so it's called Deadrop, his new game. I think, dude, people, one thing that I've just learned in general, this is just my what I've learned about being a content creator and being pretty plugged into the internet. Okay. No matter what you do, no matter anything you do, someone is going to be upset or just hate on you for no reason. Okay. And that's a very interesting thing that I just learned early on, is that people will just not like you for whatever reason. And that's totally fine. Like, people can not like me, they can not like Doc, but at the end of the day, it's like, no matter what he does in that game, no matter how they develop that game, people are going to hate on it regardless. I think it's cool that he's taking a chance and trying to like make this, you know, studio, and then on top of that, make a game like that. I will say the graphics there, I think they look pretty solid. But people are like, dude, this looks like dog shit. I think one thing that people need to keep in mind is Doc and his team, at least this is from my understanding, they are trying to, like, them showing that alpha. I wouldn't even call that an alpha. I would call that a pre-alpha test. Them even showing that, 95% of gaming companies are not going to show you that. People are looking at that snippet in that little shooting range that they made, because I've seen like the gameplay and like the mechanics and stuff like that. I've seen it on TikTok and stuff like that. The fact that they're even showing you is showing you that they want the community to obviously be involved, because they're showing such early on. I mean, that's literal bare bones, like he said. It's like, that is so early on. It's like, that's not even an alpha, and no gaming company would ever put that to a public eye, ever. Yeah, Whips is saying it's basically just concept, right? The atmosphere of it, the kind of one thing I will say that I've even just noticed from like the little bit there, like he looked up at the end, like am I going to use the word verticality? Is that a word? Like how high the building is. I don't know if you can go in that building, obviously, but like the depth of scale, if that makes sense, is pretty crazy even now. You know what I mean? I think the game looks cool. I've said it a million times. If someone does a looter, it's not a looter shooter. What is EFT called? What's that style of game? I mean, I guess they're calling it a vertical BR, whatever. Like that whole idea of you go in and you have certain things and then you try to collect more things and then you try to get out. Right? That whole concept, I think, is very cool. The reason I don't play EFT is because it's a little too much for me as far as trying to figure it out, trying to understand everything. I actually can pinpoint the exact moment that I got way too frustrated with EFT. I had 7.62 ammunition and I had a 7.62 ammo magazine, and I went to load the 7.62 ammo into the 7.62 magazine, and it said I had the wrong magazine. And I was like, pardon? That was the moment for me that I was like, this is a little too hardcore for me. Like, I have a 7.62 magazine. I have 7.62 ammo. Why can't I just, you know what I mean? But the whole idea of it is very, very cool. Bro, no one cares. Show the bundle. Cubs, you're rocked. Cubs, I don't know if you, hey, Cubs, let me actually, I'm going to pause. I'm going to shelf my conversation about Doc's game for 1 second. I want you guys to understand something, bro. I could stream myself staring at this wall if that's what I fucking wanted to do. Like I could literally, my stream could be this. Like I'm gonna do what I want, and what I want to do is talk a little bit and get into my day, Cubs. So I guess, Cubs, what I'm trying to say is if you want to run your channel differently, then go do that, but get the fuck out of here. So anyway, back to Doc's game really quick. And like I said, I'm not trying to get on a huge tangent about this. My gut reaction, I think the game looks good. The fact that people are like, dude, this looks like dog shit, when they're showing just pre like demo content that 95% of companies are not going to show you. It's showing that they want the input from the community, right? So they've been very vocal about that they're going to basically be presenting things and taking the feedback, taking the feedback from Midnight Society, right? Take the feedback from that group of people, like everyone playing it in the community, and try to apply it. And so the fact that they're even showing that shows that that's what they're actually going to do. But it is comical to me, dude, that people are like, hey, dude, this game looks like trash. And the reality is this, too. I mean, this is just another thing I'll say. 98% of the people that are saying, this game looks like dog shit, they'll never go make a game. They're just going to be like, wow, this looks bad. But then if you say, hey, how about you go do that then? They'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Tim, these are all made up statistics. I think 95% of statistics are made up on the spot. So, and this dono kind of says it too. The takeaway from Doc's game is that they wanted real user input at each stage of creation for a final result to be close to perfect. So it's like they are showing the early on absolute bare version of their game because they want everyone to get their hands on it and feel that as they go forward. The amount of just, I mean, okay, like the NFT thing aside, which to be honest, I still don't fully know how that's going to operate in the game. I don't know. Is it going to be something where it's like you can bring certain things in? Is it honestly, when I heard that Doc was doing the vertical BR, it's, I don't want to say, I don't want to use the word a light bulb, but all of a sudden I was like, well, wait, hear me out. After I heard that they're doing kind of like a looter shooter, NFT, here's what I'm going to say. NFTs aside, I just so you guys know, I personally don't own an NFT. I don't know enough about it to even really talk about it that much. Here's what I will say. I have friends who fucking love NFTs, and I have friends who are like, these are terrible. Just to be clear, I haven't done enough research, nor do I really, want to do enough research to try and figure it out, essentially. That's kind of my take on it. I will say it's very early on, and a lot of people, I'm sure, are probably looking at it and all they see are scams, which totally makes sense because there are scams fucking everywhere, and you just need to be smart enough to not get scammed. Example, when I go to the Syracuse Dome and I go watch SU, I know that the people that are selling tickets out front, those are not legitimate tickets, and I'm not stupid enough to buy those tickets. Does that make sense? Here's where, when I heard like NFT shit like that, I was like, okay, I don't fully know how they're going to incorporate it, blah, blah, blah. But my question, Tim, $10,000 TV, don't worry about me, okay? Don't worry about yourself. But what if And this is kind of where I was like, well, wait, could this be like an idea that they're doing? Do you think in Doc's game, you're going to be able to spawn in and you're going to be able to collect things like an NFT item, right? Let's say you drop in to drop zone. What's the name of it again? Deadrop. You go in and you loot around and you find something that is, and once again, I'm pretty fucking stupid, but it's like NFT essentially. And then you get out with it and then you have that. Do you think that's what they're going to do? Because like when I saw that, I was like, well, I guess they could technically do it like that, but there might be like legal laws where it's like, then it's like gambling technically. And like I said, I've done absolutely no research on this, but I just kind of sat there and I was like, I wonder if that is a structure they're going to try to do, or is it only going to be a cosmetic thing, or is it only, that was kind of the thought I had. I wonder if it's just going to be NFT is basically how they're incorporating it is cosmetically, versus then I was like, well, wait a minute, couldn't they technically, like if they put it into the game, couldn't they just put it into the actual game and then like you could technically loot? I'll use that. You guys remember Diablo 3? Anyone here played Diablo 3 with a real money auction house? That kind of an idea with NFTs. You see what I'm saying? You guys see what I'm saying? Anyone here play Diablo 3 with a real money auction house? You could loot items in Diablo 3 that you could take and you could put on a real money auction house that you could sell. That makes sense? I made $20 one time in Diablo 3. That was it. I found a rare shield. I put it on the auction house and someone bought it for $20. And then, so that's when I was like, I wonder if they'd ever try and do it like that. But like I said, I don't really know what their goal is. I don't know if their NFT goal is just cosmetic, which I think that's all it is right now, right? It's cosmetic. But I was like, well, technically, if they're going to they could really I'll use the word send it. They could really send it here and have NFT items in the actual game that you could maybe loot and then extract with that you keep. Does that make sense? Kind of like Diablo 3. I was like, I wonder if that's what they would do. And I haven't talked to Doc about this at all, by the way. This is just me completely speculating. Like, what if kind of thing, what if kind of a thing. Yeah, I got on a tangent about Deadrop. Sorry. Here's kind of my 2 cents after I haven't played it, but I looked at a lot of the reactions to it. One, people are way too fucking hard on the graphics of the game for no reason. This is practically a pre-alpha demo that, as I said, 95% of companies are just not even going to show the general public. I like that it's a vertical BR, like an extraction shooter. I like that. I'll be very curious to see if the NFTs are going to just remain cosmetic or if it's going to actually be fully involved into the game, as far as, because that's kind of where my head went. And when I heard it was an extraction looter shooter, I was like, oh, frick, dude. I wonder if they would ever do that. But and as I said before, I don't even know if legally you could do that. Anywho, here's what I'll say. I'm very interested, and I'm definitely going to be paying a lot of attention. And I'm sure, I haven't asked Doc, but I'm sure this game is at least 2 to 3 years out, at the very least, because, the team they have, the way they're doing it, the way they're trying to take community feedback as far as showing the game in stages like this and kind of listening to it. I'll be very curious to see the development of it. But so far, everything I've seen, I'm in. I think it could be cool. Someone says if there's a marketplace to buy, sell, or trade, then it would all be legal. Well, that's kind of what I mean, because aren't they making and bro, here's the thing, bro. I don't fucking know what blockchain means. I don't know what that means, but a lot of people throw the term blockchain out. But I'm like, I'm pretty sure the game is being made on blockchain. I don't fully know what that is. But in my head, I'm like, if there was a way that you could loot an item in the game, NFT, and then put it onto that whatever that website is where you sell it, and then you can exchange it through there, like then maybe you could do it. But like I said, I just don't know how legally, because wouldn't that be that would be considered, is that considered gambling? I don't fucking know. Now see, this is what all the lawyers are probably talking about, and to be fair, Doc and his team probably aren't even thinking about what I'm thinking. I just thought about that when I heard it was an extraction looter shooter, and I thought of Diablo 3. Well, then couldn't you say CSGO skins would be gambling, I guess, in that same idea? I guess they could just do it all skin based. And Tim, what are you even saying? Like how CSGO boxes, you spend money, you open it up. So obviously there's got to be a loophole because it's legal. So there has to be a loophole. That's what I'm saying. It's like when you open up a CSGO case, right? You you buy a key, you open it up, but then you can sell it on a marketplace. So that's kind of the point of it, because there must be some legal. I just combined, you guys want to hear how my brain works? I just combined legal and loophole, and I said lugal. That's how, wow, my brain really, I don't know how my brain works, man. That's crazy. It's like a legal loophole. Lugal. There you guys go. There you go. I just made a word for y'all, chat. Yeah, Whips is saying the NFT part is just basically rewarded for like the founders and it's cosmetic. What I'm saying, Whips, is they could technically probably even take it another level. Like in EFT, you go in and you can find these rare items, like NFT items. I'm not saying you walk in and you find a picture of whatever your NFT is, Whips, the monkey with the balls. I'm not saying that, right? I'm saying like they have their own kind of NFTs in the game, and then you can take them out, and then you can extract them, and then you can sell. Like that was kind of how I was like, oh, wait a minute, but I don't know if they're gonna do that. Oh, I got on a huge tangent about this. Okay, sorry. Listen, bottom line, I'm excited to see where Deadrop goes. And I think it looks good. I don't know why people say it looks like ass. I think it looks good. Yeah, Whips has an NFT and it's like a monkey with big balls or something like that. I don't know, man.